Man, that's a beautiful house. Let me see that. I like that. It's a beautiful house right about there. Ah, I'm just out about on my meditative jog this morning. I am just at that thing called peace. Kind of just rolling my shoulders, man, and moving very slow at a good pace. I like the sign. Says Stacey Abraham for governor. Let me put my camera to that. Yes, I admire that. I kid you not, man. It is an amazing morning. I am just taking those short steps, as you can see. That's what I mean, and especially mean the fact that I'm facing the traffic. So I am taking the short steps, just kind of just embracing this moment right about here. And I am just at what you call at with myself. I was actually looking at the high school, and I'm very let me see this. Gotta do something real quick. Yes. Yeah, I'm kind of just out here, just chilling, really, just kind of just embracing myself. I am. Whew, I'll tell you, I got this incline. Let me align my spine again. As you can see, look at the way I'm moving. I'm trying to get it back, get it together. But it's my. I tell you what, it is an interesting thing over here because I am everywhere, always performing experiments. That's you are always. So I have a thing that I do in the morning. I like to get up in the morning to about 10 cups of water or 12. I've actually been up since about 1 a.m. this morning. No, 1:30. So I always get up right about that time. I just really like the quietness of the day. So I like to have that 5-hour to 4-hour yoga session in the morning. It's just something about doing yoga that wee hours of the morning. Getting that yoga in that wee hours of the morning. Then I go to do a lot of push-ups with it. Let me see over here what I'm saying. As I do those push-ups, I'm doing the yoga. So every asana that I do, every push-up that I do is when I get into a yoga pose. And what that does, it really aligns your whole body. So you can imagine doing all those. So I do about 500 push-ups with my yoga every morning, or 600, before I ever step my foot on the ground to come out and begin my day. So, and what that does, it truly makes the whole thing meditative. It's a real meditative jog. It's me and gravity. Nothing else, just me and gravity. Just kind of just moving. And I'm just, so that being said, me and gravity moving. So once I do that, then I have the meditative reading. I kid you not, there's something about crossing your legs to read the book every morning. You will see how your spine begins to pull. Your spine will actually align itself. And I always say this, man, most of the pain that you feel in your back, it's not because of old age. A lot of it is actually accumulated stress that you've pre-recorded in your brain over the years. So what that does, we carry those emotions with us. Look at this beautiful place right about here. Beautiful. And when you begin to carry those emotions, and that's what causes the pain in your lower back. So it is a funny thing, actually. So after the reading, then I like to do an hour, about 40 to 30 minutes of meditation. So the whole thing every morning actually takes me like about 4 hours. I have done this for a while now. And that's where the leaning forward of this jogging comes into play, because the body can actually move a lot faster than this. And as I begin to open up my chakra and actually literally just lean forward and not trying to cheat on gravity, it is an amazing thing. And I guess I got lucky because, man, I had a little fender with the car, and I went to a stage where I can barely move. So I said to myself, whatever it is out there, if you let me walk again, I would never, ever take anything for granted. I always say this, man. Spirituality, I've studied for years, especially the metaphysics part. That thing is not a joke. I've noticed these days we like to just wear the uniforms, or should I say wear the bees. But the thing is, there's a discipline that comes with it, man. There's a discipline that comes with this thing that a lot of people just haven't yet to know. As you can see, gravity is pulling me, and I'm pulling gravity right now. I'm like, man, what the biscuit. I really have to slow down. Yeah, so yes, there's a discipline that goes into this thing called the spiritual lifestyle. Everybody always talk about it. Yeah. Oh, chakra this, but yes, it requires a lot of discipline. And I mean discipline. And also you begin to understand the true meaning of wealth. The true meaning of wealth isn't your material things. Your true meaning of wealth is actually your thought process. These days, I truly lost interest in the way many think about materialistic things. It just made me just laugh these days, because we are more in our material senses than we realize, but at the same time we want to claim a sense of what I call spiritual entity. I tell you what, as much as I love to get up and move my feet, as much as I love to run, it's really amazing, because I've been asked about these bees, and I'm like, man, can you imagine about 20 years ago, many of us were not even ready, because we're still shy with our bees. I always say this, the word racism is the word that we use to give empowerment to people. For me, I call it ignorance and self-hatred. The reason why many do not like other people's culture or religion or question it or trying to change how people think is two things. They barely believe in what they're practicing, and the lack of self-love. When you truly love yourself, who you are, you mingle with everything. Everything makes sense to you. But when you haven't found self-love, or had that sense of love, you disrespect others culturally in whatever aspect you can do it. Education is another thing that we tend to get wrongly. There's so many people who wrote books and all these books, but in it all, they have no sense of love for self, and that no sense of love for self is what allows them to write things that many, for some reason, think is true. So let me just go ahead here. I'm gonna take a little stroll over here to walk it off here, do some stretching, and continue this beautiful, beautiful meditative jog. I tell you, I'm getting winded this morning, but man, look at this surrounding of mine, how beautiful it is. Beautiful surroundings. So I am going to take advantage of this beautiful surrounding right about here and just ease myself and stretch my body and continue this beautiful journey this morning. So that being said, one love, and shall I say, I love you.